Hey, what's up, everybody out there in screen land? Hope you're doing good. This is your boy, Fred Lynch, and I am bringing you to the beautiful, wonderful, magical, mystical world of Louisiana. I'm actually in Crowley, Louisiana, celebrating tonight and last night my mother's 75th year anniversary. Birthday, 75th year birthday. She is 75 years old as of yesterday, January 8th. And we are celebrating with her. Now, the reason why I wanted to come on today and do this meditation and kind of just show you where I'm at, this is her backyard. So, this particular tree, often when I come and spend time in prayer and meditation, I come up under that old ancient baby right there and just spend some time praying and worshiping God up under this big old tree because you know that it's lifted its hands, its arms, its limbs up to heaven for a good long time. I try to get a little training from that tree to learn how to continue to lift my hands to the heavens where my help come from. I hope you know what I'm talking about. Listen, I want to talk to you today about the idea and the power of intention. This actual meditation that we're going to do may not be super long because I'm holding my phone and we're doing it on the phone. I tried to do it on my laptop and it just wasn't working out here. So we'll hopefully you're catching this and it's flowing smooth. But let me tell you the gist of what we're doing here, and then we'll go on and get it to work. This basically is a type of loving kindness meditation. Those that are familiar with meditation, all of my people here with the Sacred Hum. I'm loving and big on what meditation is and what it does. And well, the idea of meditation, one type of meditation is what is called loving kindness, where you think, you focus on loving kindness and loving yourself, and then you spread it to others, and then you give that sense of loving kindness and wish that upon. In the Christian world, what we would say is pray and intercede for others to experience God's grace and loving kindness. Well, we're going to enter into that style of meditation today. That's what we're going to do. Now, let me tell you a little bit more of what we're doing. Um, Last night was so much fun. Man, my mother, 75 years old. We all did a party. We rented out a place. And tonight we're going to do the real party with as many people. And of course, with conditions that are going on in the world, everybody's gotten tested and we're doing temperatures and making sure everybody's good and healthy. We don't want to, only thing we want to spread here is love. And we're going to spread love. We got some family members and some folks that are going to come together, probably under 100 people that we're all going to get together and just celebrate my mom. Now, last night was her birthday, so we had a spot and we all watched the football game and had some good red beans and rice. You know how we do it here in Louisiana. And we put the music on and we were all dancing. Sure enough, one of the best parts of the whole night was they put, now, I'm sitting here on the side, I'm a minister. I'm chilling, just enjoying and smiling and loving, nod my head to the music. But they put on Parliament Funkadelic, and come on, somebody, how am I gonna not get up and dance on Flashlight? So we get up and I'm dancing, we're dancing, and my mom ends up coming in right at the moment, like she's running around the town and everything and getting ready, and she comes into the party right when I got up to have and join in the party. I mean, if that doesn't preach, sometimes life is just waiting for you to join the party, and then more life will come into the party. That if you just open up your heart and your mind and be aware. So we're all dancing, and they're like, "Hey!" My mom comes in, and we're all dancing to Parliament Funkadelic Flashlight. It was one of the greatest feelings in the world, and we danced that whole night. Now, of course, I left because I'm old, and I left probably about 10 or 11. My brother said we stayed up till 2 in the morning just partying. Well, that whole feeling was such a wonderful feeling, such a wonderful moment that I almost did not think it could get any better. What can make a wonderful, magical moment even better? And what makes the moment even better than what the moment is when you're able to share or give that moment away. If you're able to share the moment with others, it enriches the moment even better. That in that sense, you can like go back in the past, go back in time in your heart and in your mind, and actually focus on the beauty and the wonder of the moment, and then pass on what that good feeling is to others and wish that they would have that same love and connection, and be blessed with the energy of that moment. Common Sense, he did a song called The Corner, and the chorus was just so infectious. He said in the chorus, he said, I wish I could give you this feeling. I wish I could give you this feeling. Ha ha. On the corner. I wish I could give you this feeling. I wish I could give you this feeling. And that's cool because it stays in this wishing state. Like we all have moments that we wish we can give to someone. Well, as I was driving home last night and I was thinking about this morning's meditation, it hit me. And I think it was the spirit that spoke to me. He said, there is a way that you can give the moment. And I said, how? Pray tell. And I started going through the idea of loving kindness meditation. See, when you are wishing well upon others and sending that power, sending the energy, sending the virtue, as the scripture talks about Jesus having virtue come out of him, when you send that to others, you are sending the moment. You're sending that intention to others. Okay, you got that? Now, let's go a little bit further. This is what I saw in my mind's eye. I saw the spirit like kind of reminding me of something of that I never thought about. And so if I can kind of in my imagination share my imaginative moment with the spirit last night, I kind of imagined the spirit teaching me a little bit and saying, so you remember the tale of when I created the whole earth, heavens and earth. And I'm saying, yeah. And he said, okay, so before the moment that I spoke it into existence, before I ever said, let there be, I had an intention for the entire enchilada. The whole shebang from beginning to end, the whole thing. I set an intention of exactly what I wanted in an earth and in a heaven, and for it all to be. And I saw it all as good before I ever spoke it. And then when I spoke it, I conveyed the moment into an audible third dimension reality. But before it was ever conveyed audibly, I had the moment in my heart. You are, this is what I felt the spirit telling me, you are a part of my earnest intention that I spoke out, and now here you are. And I was like, wow, that's awesome, Dad. And he said, guess what? You can do the same thing. When you send your intention of love, of blessing, of some of the best moments you've ever had, and you wish that good feeling, that good intention, that good energy upon others, you are creating. I said, wow, that's what's up, Daddy. And he said, so share with my people tomorrow to practice giving the moment away. So this is what we're going to do in our meditation. I want for the next uh, 5-10 minutes for us to get into a meditative state. And I want you to think about one of the most wonderful moments that you've ever had. For some of you, it may be, walking across a stage graduating. It may be, that marriage, wedding day when you saw your spouse and you made vows. It may be the day that a child was born. Whatever, it may be a party celebrating a loved one and you dancing on the dance floor. And that intention, that moment, I want you to relive that moment, and I want you to kind of relish in it, and then I want you to start spreading the energy of that moment and giving that moment to, and we're going to walk through this together. Okay. So now, won't we start out by, you know how we do. We're not going to even do any music. In fact, I don't know if you can hear the cicadas and the birds singing, but we got some music of nature right here with us. So let's go on and begin. If you could start just with closing your eyes, breathing in deep, and releasing that. And breathe in deep one more time. Deep, deep breath, deep to your belly. And push it all out from your belly. And this third breath that we're going to take in, I want you to take it in real deep and focus. Go right back and pinpoint what it felt like with one of the greatest moments of your life that you want to now enhance by giving away. You ready? I'm thinking about dancing on that dance floor with my mama to Flashlight. Are you ready? Breathe in. Now, as you exhale, just take about a minute or two to, in every kind of angle that you can in your imagination, relive, be back in that moment. And if you're finding yourself distracted or your mind's wandering, that's okay. Just do the discipline to bring yourself back to that moment and just change maybe the angle to re-enhance and relive the moment. Maybe replay the moment in your mind in slow motion. Maybe get creative and even push the reverse button in your mind's eye and see the moment unfold in reverse. Pinpoint the moment, relish that moment, relive that moment. What a moment. Now, with that moment being held within your aura, within your heart, being that moment being like held right there in your spirit, it is such a good moment, isn't it? First, why don't you first just give thanks for that lived experience that you had? Such a good moment. Wouldn't you wish that you could give that moment to someone? So, right now, as if in your heart you're holding that moment, I want you to think of at least 2 to 3 people that are super close to you, that are closest to you in life, and see in your heart and in your mind's eye you giving the love that was generated, the connection that was felt, the magic of the moment. See you giving that to those that you love the most. Give them the moment. See them even becoming lighter, their load being less burdensome. See a smile come on their face just like it came on yours when you were in the moment. Give that moment to those that you love. Very well. Very good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to combine and spread out the power, the the magnetic, just the greatness. I'm trying to think of a word that is describes the greatness, the power of the moment, and we're going to actually scale it out, spread it out. By I want you to go beyond just those that are super close to you. I want you to go now to the realm of people in your relationships that may not be super close, but close enough that you would still love. This person may need that moment, the lightness of that moment, the beauty, the connection of that moment. Someone that in your mind that is lonely right now, that them, that if you had the power, you would be right with them right now just to lift their burden. Now give that moment not just to those that are super close to you, but also to those that are on the next realm, the outer realm, those that are not super close, but within your heart's reach, that that they need a moment like this. Now, in your heart and your mind's eye, give them that moment and just see yourself giving them the love of that moment, the power, see it lifting their hearts, see them feeling better because of the moment that you just gave them. Oh, so good. So good. So good. We're going to take it a little bit further now. Now, what I want you to do is actually spread out and scale. I'm getting the word the magnus, the greatness. I wish I could have a word for this. The magnanimity. I don't know the word. The greatness of that moment. Now that's moment to actually has become even greater. I sense, if I can say it like this, that moment has kind of like strengthened because it's been shared with others that are loved ones, and shared with others that are not as close to you, but you want them to feel the moment. Now I want you to scale this moment out, and this love and this energy that you're creating and you're generating, I want you to spread it out. Get this, to people that you don't necessarily know, but I want you to think that within the last maybe 3 or 4 days, somebody that you happenstance like ran into, a person at a gas station, someone at a restaurant, whoever, the face may come to you or just the encounter may come back to you. And it's somebody you may not even know their name, but realize that they have an entire life full of moments, full of need, just like you. And you've just kind of came into an encounter with them, and you don't even know them. You may never even see them again in your life, but I want you to reach back and in your mind's eye and in your heart and in your imagination, connect with that person right now. I'm specifically now thinking of somebody that I saw yesterday in a drive through where I was grabbing a snack, grabbing lunch, and this guy, very nice guy, is connecting with him. No strong connection. He just gave me food. I gave him money, but he came to my mind, and I'm gonna give this moment to him. This is a precious, special moment, energy that I've generated. But I don't know his life, but I bet he needs a moment like this. Give that moment. Give that wish of happiness, happy connection, joy. Spread that moment and give that moment to him, to her, to them, that's in your heart, in your mind's eye. People that you just barely even met. You don't even know them, but they need a moment. So good. You're doing so good. We got two more. Okay, now this one, what we're going to do is now I want you to think of somebody in your life. You may not even know them, but you immediately, when you think of them, it kind of raises a negativity. Somebody that you almost would say, I just can't stand him. I just can't stand her. Soon as I said it, many of you, it immediately like hitting your mind. Oh my gosh, that person. I want you to think of that person and realize one of the reasons why you quote unquote cannot stand them is because they need to be flooded with moments like this that will take them back to a place of love, back to a place of healing. They need this energy. So I want you to wish it upon them. I want you to pray that they get a moment like this. In fact, I want you to give them your moment. Focus up on them. Jesus said it like this: pray for your enemies. Pray for them. So give them that moment right now. Just give it freely. Give them the moment. Give them the moment to the point that you no longer hate them. Give them the moment. So good. So good. And now, as I'm up under my favorite tree in my mama's backyard, we're going to close this out by I want you to see yourself scaling the magnanimity. Isn't that a good word? The magnanimity, I just made it up, I think, of your moment and see it spread around the globe. And you wishing peace, you wishing love, you wishing God's grace, you wishing the magnanimity of your moment, that it would spread around the whole globe. In fact, I want you to see it almost like a color. My one of my favorite colors is like a blue. So I see it like a sky blue, a little bit darker than the sky, just spreading around the whole globe. Here you go. Okay, spread that moment and give this moment to the entire world right now. Do it. Absolutely beautiful. Guys, thank you for this time of innovative hip hop style, fulfilling Common's wish of giving the moment to others. Is simply uh, prayer and intention and loving kindness meditation. Hey, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'm going to get out of here because we got some more partying to do before I get on that long drive back to Texas. I wish you well. God bless. God's peace be upon you.